Thank you so much, you 12 Sports listeners and watchers. This is Mike Said It First, live on 12 Sports and Zingo TV channel 761. We are live. If you were tuned into the replay, I appreciate you there as well. If you're watching locally on Facebook, thank you again. On today's action-packed episode of Mike Said It First, here on Tuesday, January 19th, 2021, the Chiefs escaped the Browns despite Mahomes' injury. What do I make of the Browns? Will Mahomes play? Should we even entertain that argument? Tom Brady beat Drew Brees. What was the story in that game? Am I impressed with the Buccaneers? The NBA, we'll talk about that with the Brooklyn Nets. Are they better with or without Kyrie Irving? You might want to hear that. And also we'll talk about the conference championship games, kind of preview that. Interview with Northwestern quarterback and NFL draft prospect Peyton Ramsey. And a take on Deshaun Watson. This is Mike Said It First. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started.
Drink Aid, ready for distribution worldwide.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
All right, let's get into our weekend recap here on the Tuesday night edition of Mike Said It First. Reminder that Mike Said It First airs every Sunday at noon Eastern live. Also, tonight on Tuesdays at 10 Eastern live. Please follow the show at 12ounce_Mike. That's 120Z _Mike. You can also use hashtag 12ounce_Mike. That's hashtag 120Z Mike to have your comments and reaction featured on the show. Let's first start off with the wild card with the divisional games that I got to on Sunday's show, but in case you missed it, we'll have a brief takeaway from the Saturday games. The Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills played. That was the nightcap game. And Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson were both pretty pedestrian. Although the wind was so bad that Coach John Harbaugh of the Baltimore Ravens said, and I quote, "It was hard to snap the ball." That's how bad the wind was. So, the Buffalo Bills, in my opinion, had another game where they could have easily lost it just as well as they could have won it. And I understand there's a lot of commotion and recency bias surrounding the Buffalo Bills, and rightfully so. They did a great job this year under head coach Sean McDermott. Stephon Diggs saved Josh Allen's career, it looks like. What a pickup that has been. Their defense is nice as well and pretty much shut down what the Ravens wanted to do. But the Buffalo Bills could have been down 9-3 in the first half. They had nothing going on offensively, and Justin Tucker had weirdly missed 2 field goals. In the third quarter, it's 10-3. Bills are leading, but Lamar Jackson is driven right down the field. However, if not for Tremaine Johnson's pick 6, what would be the story on today and Monday morning and any day of the week so far? And the Bills did not show up. The Bills' defense was the only reason they won that football game. Their offense scored 10 points. The Bills' offense scored 10 points, and that to me is not good enough. I will get to who their matchup is later on in the show, but for right now, the Buffalo Bills, great defensive performance, but it could have easily gone the other way. Shout out to the Bills for playing well, but they have had too many close calls against good teams, and that was a problem to me. As far as the Ravens, I mentioned on Sunday, and I'll say it again, Lamar Jackson needs help. Lamar Jackson needs people around him to help him out. He is a dynamic athlete. His throwing has gotten better, but he needs help on that offensive side of the football. What are they going to do to develop his passing game? One of my biggest flaws with Greg Roman being with the offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens was once the league figured out Colin Kaepernick, then Colin Kaepernick fell off the face of the earth. And then we get into all the politics about that. But from a football standpoint, Colin Kaepernick was figured out by the NFL. Lamar Jackson wins the MVP and now is figured out again. I don't want Lamar Jackson to have to turn to Colin Kaepernick 2.0, but under Greg Roman, that's what we're facing right now for the Ravens. But I digress. Big win for the Bills, but will it be enough? The other game on Saturday, the game that happened prior to that one, is the Los Angeles Rams and the Green Bay Packers. For once in my life of watching Aaron Rodgers, I feel like Aaron Rodgers, as great as he's been all year, has not had to do much. And I know what you're saying. Mike, he threw 48 touchdowns. And you know what? I completely agree. You were 100% right that he threw a bunch of touchdowns this year. But if Aaron Jones did not exist, if A.J. Dillon had not been stepping up, would Aaron Rodgers still be having a great season? That is a question we must ask ourselves. Do you guys put faith in the Packers in spite of Aaron Rodgers? Because, the sexy topic would be Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady next week, which, again, I'll get to later. But really, it's the Packers against the Buccaneers. Football is 11 on 11. And while one of those 11 is very important to a football team, it's still 11 on 11. So the Green Bay Packers, in my opinion, have played team football all year. And it's about time for Aaron Rodgers to have that around him. Now let's get into Sunday's games. The first game, I was able to catch a bit of live. I did watch both games, a recap it in full. So the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns, this game was 13-3 early, and I felt like the Chiefs' defense was playing well under Steve Spagnuolo. Once again, last year, one of the reasons I picked the Chiefs that late into the season to win it all was the fact that they had a defense that Steve Spagnuolo was finally getting people to buy into. As for the offense, Patrick Mahomes was fantastic. They're running the ball. I'm not sure. I really hope, and I know Andy Reid can figure this out as an offensive genius, but I really hope that the Chiefs are going to have a little bit of a run game, because I haven't seen that post Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Tyreek Hill is a nice little piece, but if he's in the backfield circling around, the defense knows the ball is either going to attempt through the air or by the run. It's just a matter of can they stop it. Again, I trust Andy Reid, but do I trust it when push comes to shove, when punch goes to jaw? I really believe the Chiefs would have won this game by a lot more. I did pick the Browns plus 10, so I'm finally back on track. After a game, after the first, on Saturday, both games went over 10 points, and both teams won by 14 apiece. Now, the Chiefs only won by 5, and that was because Patrick Mahomes had a spinal cord concussion kind of thing. So that was not a good thing. I do not believe he will miss the next game. Let's just get that out of the way right now. So when I get to that topic later on, we will not have to sugarcoat about what he's going through with the concussion protocol. We get it. the media has overplayed it. I understand what he has to go through. Thank you so much for telling us that. I'm glad the NFL put him in concussion protocol, because after that hit and after him wobbling around, yeah, that's saving them from getting sued again. As for the Cleveland Browns season, Kevin Stefanski completely defied the odds. He was sensational all season long. They put a blueprint together. Baker Mayfield, don't screw this up. Yeah, we'll put you on some bootlegs. Yeah, we'll Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. were still there. But make no mistake, this game relies on Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. In the first half of that game, the Chiefs held the Browns to like 18 rushing yards, and that was eventually the deal. Chad Henne was very good in place of Patrick Mahomes, but make no mistake, Mahomes has to be there in order for them to beat the Bills. Buccaneers and the Saints. So I'm at work getting live updates from this game, obviously before I watch the recap and everything. And for the most part, the Saints were controlling the first 2.5 quarters. Then I'll look at my phone and it says Drew Brees is up to now 2 interceptions. I said, oh, great. I look at my phone again, it's a tie game. Oh, Drew Brees is up to 3 interceptions. I go on Twitter when I got home from work. Oh, did you see Tom Brady? How the heck do people make this stuff up? Do they not have eyes? I wasn't even watching the game live, and I can tell you, Tom Brady was not the reason they won that football game. Tom Brady was garbage in that game. Garbage. And when I watched the game afterwards, it reaffirmed what I thought at first. For people to say this was Tom Brady is typical casual fanfare of NFL fans. And it's stupid to me. What in the world? I'm not going to rant about this anymore like I used to because it's getting on my nerves. It's hurting my voice. I'm getting so ticked off again about Tom Brady this. Stop that. You know good and darn well Tom Brady was not the reason they won that football game. Stop it. As for the Saints, it's an ugly way for Drew Brees to go out because he was terrible. Like, while Brady was bad, Brees was 10 times worse. Drew Brees, I told you guys before the season started, did not want to play this year. Drew Brees seemed so satisfied when he broke through all these touchdown records and passing records. And he's like, dang, Tom Brady's coming back. I got to go out there and try to beat him. Well, if Drew Brees had quit before the season started, let's be real. The Saints, well, the public opinion of Drew Brees would have changed from they really like him to why did he bail on the final season. Again, even Adam Schefter reported that Drew Brees wanted to retire in the offseason, which reaffirmed what I said here on Mike Said It First. But Drew Brees would have been dragged through coals of public opinion if he had realized that Tom Brady had gone to Tampa Bay in his own division and Drew Brees did not try to beat the records. That's just what happened. Let's switch gears now to the Brooklyn Nets and Kyrie Irving. I ranted on Kyrie Irving recently. I believe it was Sunday. I want to say it was Sunday. I talked about how Kyrie Irving stole from fans. And no, it was last Tuesday. And I want to be clear that I want to give a round of applause to the NBA for making Kyrie Irving forfeit game checks. Because he stole from fans. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll say this really quickly. Kyrie Irving, we pay to watch the games, okay? The reason why basketball players get paid is not because they can play basketball, because we watch them play basketball. That's it. Talk about sponsors or billionaire owners, that's a lie. If nobody watched, they would not be paid as much as they do. So for Kyrie Irving to go out and go to his sister's birthday party was wrong to me. Now he gets up on the Zoom press conference and says, Oh, he's like this the entire time. Oh, I've had personal issues. I've talked to my teammates. Bro, I'm going to be 100% with you right now once again. I'm going to be a buck with you right now. Hear me very clearly when I say this. I don't care. Can somebody explain to me why Kyrie Irving had to explain to his teammates? Let's say, for the sake of argument, let's say I'm wrong, okay? Let's say that Kyrie Irving is depressed right now and he's worried about social injustice, yada, 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 bull snot. So, right? For the sake of argument, that's why Kyrie was out. Why would he have to explain to each and every one of his teammates what happened? Like, bro, I get it, you're depressed. No, it's okay. Just vent to me. You ain't got to explain nothing. Kyrie made it a point in this press conference to say he went to all of his teammates and said, we have to move on. You were not depressed. You were a liar and a weirdo. Stop it. I used to love Kyrie's games so much, and I still do. He's a great entertainer. But good God, is he a moron? What? He has people out there, genuine fans that really think this guy is telling the truth. Context is everything in sports, and I'm telling you, this crap about his depression needs to stop. Maybe he is depressed. Okay, that's fine. I'm sorry. But for him to miss 6 or 7 games, let's be real. Do we think if the NBA thought that Kyrie Irving was depressed and had problems emotionally, do you think they would have made him forfeit game checks? I want you to really think about that. NBA is a world-class organization who has bent over backwards to help players out. Excuse me. In fact, Delonte West is now working again. So congratulations to Delonte West. Thank God for the NBA, who picked him up off the streets, literally. Why would this league, who does all that good stuff, they let players put messages on the back of their jerseys? Why would that league make you forfeit game checks if you're depressed? Think about that and come back to me, okay? Because I'm done with this Kyrie bull. This Kyrie stuff has to stop. That's ridiculous. As for the Brooklyn Nets themselves, James Harden and Kevin Durant were incredible, absolutely amazing against the Milwaukee Bucks. I do believe if Kyrie Irving joined this team, it would make things worse. I know that Kyrie Irving is absolutely incredible. I know he's a great player, but let's be very real when we say this stuff. James Harden and Kevin Durant were playing flawlessly together. They had not missed a beat. Those two guys were finding each other wide open, and I was very impressed with what I saw from those two. That being said, what's going to happen when Kyrie joins that team? I don't know how we can look at this and say to ourselves, oh yeah, they get better. ISO ball can only do so much. The same people who criticize Russell Westbrook and James Harden coexisting will say, oh, it'll work with Kyrie, KD, and James Harden. No, it won't. Here's how you make this Nets thing work. I want you to think about the Golden State days with Kevin Durant, where Kevin Durant learned to pass the ball. It can work because KD is okay with being a second or third option. Oh, he hit the shot of LeBron. Stop it. Kevin Durant, one of the quotes that he himself said on why he went to Golden State, they don't care who takes the last shot, which means he doesn't care who takes the last shot. So I believe that Kevin Durant will be okay playing second and third fiddle on multiple nights. Who's going to be point guard? Okay, yeah, well, let's say Kyrie Irving. Kyrie can pass, but so can James Harden. Can those two move their fragile glass egos out of the way? I'll say it again. I doubt it. I do not know if this team can make the finals. Forget winning it. I genuinely it's not just me hating this team. Because when I say I hate this team, I hate this team. I love Joe Harris. That dude's balling right now. I think Steve Nash is cool. It's not his fault Kenny Atkinson got fired for no reason. I like Steve Nash. I cannot stand the public opinion of his team. I cannot stand Kyrie and James Harden. I still don't know if I can forgive Kevin Durant for BSing his way out of OKC. But I also have more resentment for James Harden lazying his way out of Houston and Kyrie ruining locker rooms on his way to Brooklyn and then boycotting games for depression that doesn't exist in his mind. I question this team. I'm skeptical of this team. And I don't know why people aren't. You knocked Westbrook and Harden. The Westbrook and Harden idea was knocked. But Kyrie, KD, and Harden are all of a sudden better? I'll see it. When I come back, we're going to talk about Deshaun Watson. I have been supportive of Deshaun Watson for a long time. What is my reaction to him wanting out of Houston immediately? And stay tuned for the interview with Peyton Ramsey coming up as well. This is Mike Said It First.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
At Amazon, we're pretty good at getting things done. We're pretty good at solving problems. COVID-19 is the biggest challenge we've had to face. But challenges are what motivate us. Like flying masks to our employees around the world. We're doing everything we can to get you what you need, and doing everything we can to keep our people safe. I'm former Navy pilot Sarah Rhodes, and I'm proud to lead our Amazon Air network.
You can join the debate on Twitter at 12ounce_Mike under any of the tweets. You can also use hashtag 12OZMIKE, and I will make sure to include your comments on the show as time permits. This is Mike Said It First, live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV channel 761. Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans and formerly the Clemson Tigers wants out of Houston. He doesn't like the direction the team is going. And while on the surface this seems like, oh, good for him, what a smart guy, when you look a little bit deeper, as I say, context matters. Didn't Deshaun Watson sign a contract, like some gigantic contract? Did he? Wait. You're saying the same guy who had the city of Houston ready to go out and have a march for this guy. There was literally going to be a march for Deshaun Watson, the city of Houston. But he signed a contract. So, I'm trying to figure out where Deshaun Watson figured out, oh, this team sucks. I was perplexed and shocked the day Deshaun Watson signed. And I've said this on my show. I've said this on my show multiple times, actually. Like, right after that signing, I said, man, why would Deshaun Watson do that? I've also said it's Deshaun Watson's fault he was stuck with Bill O'Brien for so long. So, why is he pissed off now? He comes across as a sore loser at this point. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. And hear me out when I say this, because I think it needs to be mentioned. Deshaun Watson is a guy, and I firmly believe this, Deshaun Watson is a guy who I believe is clutch. You can tell he wants to win. So when you're winning the division a couple years, things are right. But when you're losing and you want out, stop. No, stop. I would love to have Deshaun Watson come on my show, or any show for that matter. Excuse me. I want Deshaun Watson to come on anybody's show and explain what changed, bro. Again, I've supported this guy for a long time. I thought he was going to be great from the day he was drafted. I thought Texans got a great young quarterback. But he made a stupid decision by signing with the Houston Texans. He had options, and he decided not to sign. That story was swept underneath the rug, because now the media wants to say, well, darn, power to the players. No, screw you for saying that. That's stupid. That's not right. Deshaun Watson put this on himself. And they would be doing him a favor. I would have more respect for the Houston Texans organization if they actually let him be traded. Because they would be bending over backwards for that guy for no reason. Deshaun came up to the office and said, I want to be traded. I said, wait, I'm sorry, what? I would ask him, is he okay? Because that question has to be answered. What changed, bro? He comes across as a sore loser at this point. Again, I think Deshaun Watson is a born winner. But make no mistake, he's a sore loser by pulling this crap right here. He must have. I thought James Harden called this guy up. So, hey, bro, just act fat and lazy like I did. Good luck with that, Deshaun. On a more positive note, the next topic will actually be an interview that occurred Thursday morning at around 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Peyton Ramsey, former Indiana quarterback and Northwestern grad, is entering the NFL draft. And by way of OTG Sports and 12 Ounce Sports, I was able to catch up with him for about an 11 or 12-minute interview. Please stay tuned. That interview is next on Mike's to the First.
For the marching exercise, you want to sit down in the center front of your chair, bring your feet shoulder width apart, and form a 90-degree angle with your knees. From here, you're going to lift one foot and raise the opposite arm, just as you march in place in your chair. Make sure you keep that core nice and tight and you breathe into it, and also maintain good posture with a straight back.
It is my pleasure to welcome in NFL draft prospect Peyton Ramsey, who you might recognize off of his Northwestern win playing quarterback against Auburn. Peyton, what is up, my dude?
Nothing much, man. I'm happy to be on with you.
Yes, sir. And thankful to OTG Sports for helping you be on, and 12 on Sports for getting this together. Peyton, you are a pretty good prospect, and you played 5 years in college. But this season was a little bit different for obvious reasons of COVID. Tell the audience how much different it was, like with no fans and such.
Yeah, it was a lot different, and I think it was noticeable on game day when fans aren't out there, especially in your home crowd when there's no one there. But I think more than anything, I think the hardest part was behind the scenes and outside of the facility. You know, when we got to be more cautious about when we go to the grocery store to because there's too many people, or where we go to get a haircut, and you can't see your friends and you can't see your family. And there wasn't really a release from football. It was kind of, you go to the facility, you come home, and be really cautious about where you go after that. So I think, that was one of the hardest parts that I think a lot of people, a lot of fans didn't really understand.
Yeah, and I can't even imagine how it is like as a college kid not being able to do any of that stuff just because you're playing football. But it's for the brand, Peyton. It's for the brand. Well, that's
No
awesome.
doubt, 100%. It was weird. It was different. Yeah.
Right. You guys did, as I mentioned, beat Auburn in the Citrus Bowl, which is a pretty monster win. Your performance of about 300 passing yards and 4 total touchdowns was key. How much does it mean to you and your teammates to go out strong like that?
Yeah, it was awesome. I think you always want to be playing your best football at the end of the year. And that's what we did. We had a really good game. We had a great game plan. But I think more than anything, I think it meant a lot to me personally, just because, that's a group of guys, a group of people that welcomed me into their locker room for my final year of college football. And it was such a special year, such a fun year. And I met so many awesome people and had so many great relationships, that to go out strong and to play the way that we did in that final game, it meant a whole lot to me for sure.
That's awesome, especially after the season with COVID. I bet that was a pretty special group of guys. So,
Yeah, no doubt. Awesome guys.
right. I read some stuff on MSN.com that kind of like some of your quotes to get an idea. You have no regrets after 5 years of college football. You also were quoted as saying it felt like the right time. Why forego season 6, especially with a lot of guys like a lot of high-end quarterbacks? Why enter the draft now?
Yeah, I think 5 years of college football is a long time, and I've played a lot of football throughout the course of my career. It's not like I was a 1 or 2 year starter. You can go back 4 years, and I've been playing since then. And I have a lot of film, and like I said, I don't regret anything that I've done. I've always done the little things right, um, the intangible things right, and I put my best foot forward for 5 years and worked really hard and continued to grow and get better. And that's not to say that there aren't things that I have to improve on, because there definitely
Right.
are. But I'm happy with where I am and how much I've grown over the last couple of years. And like I said, it's been a long time coming, and I'm ready for it and excited for it.
Well, you seem confident, but like in a humble way, which is always good. Well, I'm no professional
Yeah.
media guy, but it seems like
I
you're confident in your stuff.
appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Another quote from the same MSN article was you mentioned the things you could improve on. You say scouts and coaches want guys who can diagnose defenses. You also said you believe you're going to get better throwing the ball downfield, getting your timing right, and sharpening your footwork. How confident are you that you can get better, and what is some of the work that you've been putting in to get better?
Yeah, I'm super confident, and I always bet on myself and know that I can get better, because I know how much time and energy and effort that I invest into getting better, and it's how I've always been. I want to continue to grow and get better. And how am I doing? That was your question. I'm going down to Tampa here in a
Cool.
couple weeks. Yeah, I'm playing in a couple All-Star games, and then headed down to Tampa and working with with a guy by the name of John Kaleo, quarterback coach who I'm really excited about working with, and he's gonna help me sharpen up a little bit, and really excited about that, to be down there in the warm weather and continue to grow my game.
I live in Georgia, and I tell you, I wish I could feel snow because this weather has been terrible. Like the warm winter. Oh my gosh! I'm glad you like it though. You were
Oh yeah, I need some warmth in my life right
right.
now.
Hey, there you go. Um, you are from. Let's get some personal stuff here because it's just eases up a little bit. You're from Cincinnati, Ohio, which is home of the Bengals. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. Are you a fan of the Bengals? Which team is your favorite team growing up?
Absolutely, I'm a fan of the Bengals through and through. It's been rough at times throughout the course of my lifetime, but they had a good run where they made it to the playoffs and we couldn't get a win, but
Right.
excited about the future. Joe Burrow and what he was able to show this year. I think he really united the Bengals community and made it fun to watch the Bengals again. So definitely excited about the future. Got another high draft pick, so we'll see what they do with that and move forward. So I'm excited about it.
There you go. Um, Another personal thing. You're named after Peyton Manning. I'm a Colts fan. I love Peyton Manning, and your dad Doug Ramsey is a coach. How much does that influence in your life kind of make it seem like you that football's in your blood and it's what you were born to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's what I grew up on. My dad being a high school coach, going to as many practices as I could, and then living to go to games Friday nights in the fall was that's who I was, and it's what has made me who I am. So when you grow up around it, and you see all the people that around it that my dad has influenced, and um, it's something that I just kind of fell in love with from a really young age, and enjoyed playing, loved playing, and was something that I was pretty good at. So, I kept doing it, and here we are. And like I said, no regrets along the way, and have really loved every second of it.
That's an awesome story to hear. Peyton, by the way, is 6'2", 220. Not to get too personal, but that's the film on you. That's the tape on you so far. Um, he threw 54 touchdowns, 31 interceptions in his career. My best thing about you, because what was like that you could run, which is pretty cool. I haven't really seen much of you. I'm going to watch a bunch of you now. But I was like, hey, this dude can run, which is pretty cool. But aside from football, which sports do you enjoy? Which ones do you think you could have played really?
Yeah, I played basketball all 4 years of high school, and I tell you what, I miss hooping every single day. It was
Right.
so much fun, and you'll play a little bit in the off season with some of the guys, but you're careful about how much you play. One, because it might get really competitive and guys start getting angry, and you
Yep.
never want that with your teammates. But two, um, you don't want to get hurt playing basketball in the off season. You don't want to turn an ankle or hurt a knee or anything crazy like that. So you kind of leave that, especially to the off season when it's far away from a spring ball or a fall camp. But I miss playing basketball every single day. It's so much fun, and I wish I could go back and play again.
And I'll be honest, like I've always admired people like yourself, but I've always said I would love to play sports if I was that focused as you are. I just feel like if I played sports, I wouldn't be able to do anything else because I wanted to be great.
No doubt.
And like you obviously have a focus on football. Well, I love basketball though. It's a fun sport.
No doubt. It's awesome.
So your agent said that you have unflappable leadership. I saw another story where you played a game in Indiana with like some bruised ribs or whatever it was. You were injured. You weren't feeling your best, and you still led the team to a win. Everybody loved your fight. How important is that to you as a quarterback? Although football is technically 11 on 11, how important is it to you to just want to lead the team to greatness?
Yeah, I think that's part of the role of playing this position is that's kind of undermined and not talked about a lot is toughness, and sometimes you got to be willing to put your body on the line, or play through maybe a little bit of an injury. Nothing,
Right.
and that means a lot to your teammates and the guys around you, because you demonstrate to them that you want to win and that you care about them. And also that was I think the game you're talking about is the Purdue game. So I was at IU, and
Oh,
that's a big rivalry game. So you want to play in the biggest games, you want to play on the biggest stages, and just it meant a lot to me that my teammates, they respond to that kind of leadership, and I was excited for them that we could get a win, and they were excited for me, and it meant a lot to me that they responded to it that way.
that's awesome. I think you guys played Purdue this year at Northwestern and won that game as well.
Yeah, we did.
I think that was the other game that you threw 3 touchdowns this year, so that was pretty cool.
Yep, correct.
So I got you Boilermakers again.
That's right.
And side note here, so I have like a few more minutes here. Our station owner at 12 Sports is a Purdue guy. So just let you know that's good stuff there.
Yeah, no doubt. I was obviously at Indiana for 4 years, so the rivalry against Purdue, I kind of learned not to like Purdue and be a Boiler hater. So I apologize for that.
No, that's awesome. Oh man, you're probably gonna miss college. And I think you're like the same age as me because I was born in 96, you're born in 97. So
yep.
It's just time to fly the coop. Goodbye, college.
No doubt. No doubt.
I do appreciate you, Payne, for coming on the Mike Sit It First show here. I wish all the best to you. I do like watching film on projects, so I will make sure to watch yours. You're on Twitter at P_Rams12. Is there anything else you want to plug?
No, that's it. That's good.
Awesome stuff. Best of luck to you at Tampa for the future, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yes.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
At Amazon, we're pretty good at getting things done. We're pretty good at solving problems. COVID-19 is the biggest challenge we've had to face. The challenges are what motivate us. Like flying masks to our employees around the world. We're doing everything we can to get you what you need, and doing everything we can to keep our people safe. I'm former Navy pilot Sarah Rhodes, and I'm proud to lead our Amazon Air network.
I hope you guys enjoyed the interview with myself and Peyton Ramsey, who, I'll be honest with you, was a cool dude to talk to. Sorry, he definitely came across as a kid that is easy to root for. Usually, you don't know what to expect from a quarterback. I've never interviewed a quarterback before, but that was kind of cool to see how down to earth this kid was, and the fact that he was named over Peyton Manning. I was excited. I loved it. My YouTube channel, Mike Sit It First, on YouTube, will have the interview. You can also check my interview with Shane Magoo, who is also an NFL draft prospect. He went to FIU. His brother plays for the Seattle Seahawks right now. But big interviews. Thanks again for OTG Sports and 12 Ounce Sports for helping us have the opportunity to get that together. This show has been brought to you by MyBookie.ag. When you go to MyBookie and get ready to place your first bet, enter the promo code 12 Ounce Sports. That's code 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces, for up to a $1,000 first deposit bonus. No one does it like MyBookie and 12 Ounce Sports. Trust me on that. Also, 12OunceSportsNetwork.com/Amazon. We know that, what was it, January the 19th now. And you guys know the Alfredo sauce has been off the shelves at Walmart. I know that locally here in Georgia, we've been running out of cat and dog food. What? So you're going to go to Amazon, but when you go to Amazon, instead of just typing Amazon.com, type in 12OunceSportsNetwork.com/Amazon. Takes you straight to it. Gives guys like myself, Captain Lou, Mitch Bernstein, that was a triple crown. Gives us a little bit of notoriety. So thank you so much for that. And also 12ounce_Mike, that's 12_MIKE on Twitter. Follow the page. Let me know what you're thinking. Also hashtag 12ounce Mike. So, the AFC and NFC Championship game this Sunday, I cannot wait. It'll be the Buffalo Bills. This is January 24th. Again, this Sunday, which is, I know it's only Tuesday, but you get it. The Bills and the Chiefs. Chiefs, 59% believe the Chiefs will win that game. A lot of people, I've said before, are riding high on the Buffalo Bills, and rightfully so. But I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I believe they're the same boat with the Buccaneers. They're good, but they're not good enough. Chiefs and Packers should win their games this coming Sunday. And if they don't, I'll be kind of sad. But this game is actually at 6:40 p.m. Eastern on CBS. CBS also has the Super Bowl this year with Jim Nantz and Tony Romo, so that's awesome. I believe Mahomes, like I said before, and I'll say it again, I don't care about the concussion thing. He'll play. I don't think it's what the media is declaring it to be. I know every website said, oh, well, this is what you have to go through. I don't care. I believe that Patrick Mahomes will play, and the Chiefs will win the game. Right now, via MyBookie, it is a 3-point favorite for the Chiefs, and over-under of 54. Interesting. I will pick that on Sunday at noon Eastern. Also, Buccaneers and Packers. For the Buccaneers, again, I wasn't really impressed with their win against the Saints. I was more impressed with their defense. But can Tom Brady keep up with Aaron Rodgers? I believe Aaron Rodgers, A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones. I think Packers are going to get the win. I don't see Buccaneers coming back. I feel like if Buccaneers go down to this team, it's over. And I feel like the Packers are going to win the game. This game, I believe, is a 4-point spread for the Green Bay Packers. The over-under is 51. That's, of course, here Tuesday at 10:49 Eastern on January the 19th, 2021. Again, I get the Buccaneers are a good team, borderline great team, but their offense will be hindered. And the Packers' defense actually stepped up. They sacked Jared Goff like 4 times. And Jared Goff has been getting the ball out pretty quickly. So watch out for that to be a thing as well. I do not wait for the Sunday. That was at 3:05 Eastern on Fox with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Well, those two are some doozies, aren't they? It'll be fun. Let's get to our show recap now. Welcome back to the show. On Tuesday, January 19th, 2021. It's been a fun one. I talked about how the Chiefs escaped against the Browns. Kevin Stefanski and the crew did a great job of realizing Baker Mayfield was limited and kind of dumbing down the offense to just be Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. But Patrick Mahomes led the Chiefs to great places this year, and Chad Henne was unbelievable. Tom Brady beat Drew Brees, but much like the Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson story, that really was not the story of the game. Quarterbacks were not a thing. Defense was. The Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie Irving would not work. I believe James Harden and Kevin Durant have not missed a beat, and it showed in their win against the Milwaukee Bucks. I believe Kyrie would ruin the chemistry. If you say that Westbrook and Harden were going to be bad, why are you saying Kyrie, Harden, and KD would be bad? If anything, be happy that Kevin Durant's okay playing second and third fiddle. We had an interview with Peyton Ramsey, who was a big Bengals fan. Was named after Peyton Manning. His father, Doug Ramsey, is a head coach at high school where he played at. Peyton was a great interview. That dude was awesome. That will be available later on, either tonight or tomorrow, via Mike Said It First on YouTube. Also, Deshaun Watson, didn't he sign a contract? I could have sworn Deshaun Watson signed a contract. And I would tell you guys here on Mike Said It First that I honestly was surprised when he did so. Because something like this was bound to happen. Did James Harden say, hey, bro, what's going on? Just act fat like I did. There you go. When we come back, we'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
At Amazon, we're pretty good at getting things done. We're pretty good at solving problems. COVID-19 is the biggest challenge we've had to face. But challenges are what motivate us. Like flying masks to our employees around the world. We're doing everything we can to get you what you need, and doing everything we can to keep our people safe. I'm former Navy pilot Sarah Rhodes, and I'm proud to lead our Amazon Air network.
So I feel like the Boston Celtics kind of came out of nowhere. I knew that Jason Tatum had been playing well, but Celtics are now 8-4. Sixers are 9-5. Bucks are 9-5. The Nets have gone up to 9-6 now after their win against the Bucks. That was a big game. Nets have won 4 in a row. Woo! The Magic have lost 6 in a row. They must have read Tyler Valdez's article about are the Magic for real. The Knicks, after having a little skitter now, won 2 in a row. They're 7-8. My Miami Heat are 5-7, and we have so much COVID issues, man. I hate that for our team. In the Western Conference, the Clippers have won 4 in a row. They're 10-4, and they're right on the coattails of the Lakers, who are 11-4. The Spurs are surprising 8-6. Blazers are up to 8-6. So that's pretty good. They started the season kind of slow. The Warriors are in the playoffs right now. Mavericks Nuggets are not looking good. Pelicans have got Zion Williamson scoring 26 tonight. Right now, the Jazz lead that one 99-78. I may or may not have NBA TV on right next to me. Can't wait for see what the future holds for you guys. Here at Toronto Sports. It's been a fun ride, no doubt, for the show tonight. Thank you again to Peyton Ramsey. And thank you again, Toronto Sports, for allowing me this platform. I love you guys. But it's been fun. It's been realistic. Let's get to one more commercial break. We'll sign off for the night. It's been Mike Said It First.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
At Amazon, we're pretty good at getting things done. We're pretty good at solving problems. COVID-19 is the biggest challenge we've had to face. But challenges are what motivate us. Like flying masks to our employees around the world. We're doing everything we can to get you what you need, and doing everything we can to keep our people safe. I'm former Navy pilot Sarah Rhodes, and I'm proud to lead our Amazon Air network.